every month, I kind of just step him up there a little bit more notches faster. I don't do it every day or every week. Just again, I've got another year before this horse needs to be completely trained. So I don't want to scare him with the speed too quickly, okay? So every month I'll usually speed him up a little bit more. And if you do it in small increments like that, typically you don't run into too much trouble. Push his hip up. Lope off. I like how Titan wants to keep his neck kind of flat, nice and relaxed. Just because I've loped the other way, I've got to get his chin soft, okay? Make sure he gives to that hand, looks in. Make sure he guides. If I lay that neck rein on his neck, he'll do a small circle now. Look in, I want to always make sure he's arced the direction he's going. Pick up again, gently press with the outside leg. Soften. Righto, pretty good there. Let's speed him up. I'm driving him with my legs and my body. I'm kind of looking where I want to go. I'm not looking down at his head. Especially in the beginning, I find that if I look where I want to go, I can kind of visualize the circle in my mind where I'm trying to go. Okay? Running him here, not real fast, but just stepping him up there. And I'm going to stay on the circle now until he feels relaxed. Till I feel like he's guiding here. He's not worried. Now I'm going to slow down. Now right there, I felt like he dove to the inside just then when I slowed down. So that's why I immediately trotted 3 circles to the right. Let him walk. So it wasn't like I was unhappy with the way he came back, just that I felt like he kind of darted off to the left. He may do it again, he may not. But that was a good example of how I always go the opposite way the horse leans. And I like to let him walk for half a circle, 3/4 of a circle. I think it just gives them a chance to get their marbles together a little bit. It doesn't overwhelm them quite so much. No point making a correction if the horse can't recognize the correction and think about his actions. I'm driving him with my body language. When I stop riding, I want him to stop loping fast. Better, but he still kind of dove in a little bit. Not as bad as the first time. I want him to come down to a nice relaxed jog, 3 or 4 circles, so he thinks he's coming down to a little bit more walk here, more relaxed. He's not worried about what's going to happen to him. Draw that rein. When I draw the rein, I just want him to be what I call crisp. He's not turning fast, but when I lay it, he damn well gets off it quickly, okay? Like he respects it, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. Pick the lope up again. And drive him into that lead departure a little more. So I'm not going to change the speed until he consistently feels nice and relaxed and confident and not overwhelmed at this speed. Not for a day or two, but for a couple of weeks. Push his hip up. And right there, to help the correction, I'm going to actually keep him shaped to the right, left a little bit. push his hip up with my right leg. Just make sure he holds that shape. There we go. So it's not that he's doing anything bad, it's just part of his learning, you know. I do like that he's coming back really well, but I want him to stay on that circle, not just kind of get off the circle. He shouldn't lean in and he shouldn't lean out. So typically I'll do it 3 or 4 times each way. I'll work on it, you know, 3-4 days a week. And usually they, you know, if they got any degree of talent, they pick up on it relatively quickly. I think a mistake that people make in speed control with trainers doing it is they try to get everything to be perfect at once. They want the horse to run fast, they want the horse to run soft and collected, they want the horse to look in, they want the horse to slow down. They're looking for perfection. Let's just break this into steps. Step 1, speed up, slow down. Let's get this idiot proof. Speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. Once we've got that good, now it's speed up and get soft and slow down. Once that gets good, now it's speed up, get soft, look to the inside and have shape and then slow down. And then you go to the next level of speed and you repeat the same procedure again. When you go to 7 miles an hour, you go back to just loose rein, getting them confident of that speed. Just because you go up to the next level of speed doesn't mean you keep all of the same requirements there. You got to go back, and it's almost like you press the reset button. So step 1, stay on the circle, run on a loose rein. I don't care where his head is, if it's up in the air, looking to the outside. As much as I hate him looking to the outside, I don't worry too much when I'm just trying to get him introduced to the speed. Once they're good with that, then it's going to be stay on the circle and look a little bit to the inside. Once they get good at that, then it's going to be stay on the circle, look to the inside, and let me soften your face. You know, and once I get those 3 things done then I go to the next level of speed. But when I go up to the next notch of speed, I go back to step 1 again. Is he confident running on a loose rein, regardless where his head is, okay? You know, I've realized now, painfully, through my mistakes, of course, over the years, you can train a horse to put their head wherever you tell them to put it. You know, you can collect them and put them back, collect them and put them back, collect them and put them back. But the reality is, when you walk in that show pen in front of 3,000-4,000 people and the judges, and you put your hands forward and say, run on a loose rein, that horse is going to stick its head wherever it wants to. Wherever it's comfortable for that horse, he will carry his head in that position. So you better make sure that you're used to running him on a loose rein with his head somewhat up or his head out or not in the perfect frame. You know, in training at home, we can help the horse look perfect, but when you go show them, they'll take points off you if it looks like you're training the horse as you're trying to show the judge how great he is. You can start speed control early if you want, okay? But I just find over the years, if I have a good solid year of foundation on my horse, speed control comes together very, very quickly. Go back one more this way. This is his better circle anyway. And I'll practice a little bit one-handed just to see where he's at in the circle a little bit. Am I protecting him too much? What's going on? Not bad at all. For a month's worth of speed control, that's pretty damn good for him. boy. Excellent. So I was just testing him a little bit one-handed to see what he was doing. His right circles are obviously better than his left circle. So I'm probably tomorrow work a little bit more on the left than the right. Pretty common for them to have one set of circles you like more than the other. Wait, he's not set up there. That's better. Now I'm going to work on his pace a little bit as we're circling him, just to make sure he remembers to get soft, even though he's speeding up. This horse is going to circle really well. I love the way he lays that big old neck out there. I just want him to look in a little more, have a little more shape to him. Like right here. There. Attaboy. Now he's still thinking left, so I'm going to pick him up and just move him over here to the right, move his shoulders over here. And then to finish it off, put him in a little right turnaround. Whoa. You're done, big boy. Excellent work. Plenty for a hot day, okay? He doesn't need any more. Really good. The lazy horses pick up on the speed control typically quickly, because they always crave, Kyton's the kind of horse he dreams about sleeping. So he wants to go slow. Feelier horses, more athletic horses, they might take a little more time to get them to relax on the circle. Especially some of the fillies, they get a little anxious when you start riding them a little faster, you know. So I'll just kind of let him walk around the arena now, let him cool out a little bit. And at the same time as he's cooling out, I can be working on moving his hip up. I can just be pushing his body parts around slightly to make sure he's listening to me. So I can kill two birds with one stone, move his body parts and cool him out a little bit. There we go. Good boy. So in a couple of months, we'll show you kind of the next step of the speed control, where the next step basically is, not only do I want him running faster, but I want him to get a little softer on the circle, look in more better, carry more shape, collect, remember, whatever stiffness you've got gets worse as you go faster. So if your horse is kind of stiff at the slow lope, he'll be really stiff and pushy at the faster lope, and at the gallop, he'll be terrible. So it's important to practice getting a horse soft in the face, not just when you go slow. Typically, I don't start any speed control until I've had roughly about a year's worth of riding on them. By that stage, I've got a solid foundation of the basics. They're quiet, they're confident, they're sound, and then usually they're ready to step up very, very quickly, okay? Some trainers like to start speed control on their 2-year-olds much earlier, and that's okay too. It's personal preference. I personally find if I start it too early, some of the horses get more nervous and worried just because of their immaturity, and they just get rattled too quickly. But if you give them a good year of basics, Titan's very consistently been ridden 5 days a week since June of last year. So he's had, 13 months of consistent 5 days a week. There might be a few times where he's missed 3 or 4 days in a row when I've been traveling, but I might make it up and ride him every day for the next 2 weeks straight, But on the average, he's been ridden 5 days a week. Good boy. So the place I want to get off him, again, I'm going to go over here to the other side of the arena, because over there where the cameras are, that's the in and out gate. That's where his buddies get tied up. And if I rest him over there, he'll lean to that gate bad. So again, always go to the opposite part of the arena your horse doesn't want to be at, and get off him there. Good boy. He's soft in the face. Now watch when I take my legs off over here. I'll see what he does. When I take my legs off, I want him to not do that. That wasn't good there. So I kicked him with my right leg and said, put some more effort in. He didn't even try to get back just then. Let's try that again. That's better. Well, now he knows better than that. That's why I corrected him. I'm going to let him think about that. I'm going to practice it again. Just double check he understands I'm serious. Horses are just like kids. If they think they can get out and put in a A+ performance, they're gonna do it. Okay, so he's a great horse, but he's still a horse. I'm gonna loosen up that girth here. Good boy. It's kind of hot today, isn't it? You need a shower, don't you? You need a bath, don't you? Okay. Always get off them where they don't want to be. That way he'll have a magnet to get over there. The balance to get back to those horses and the balance to get a rest over here kind of make the arena neutral. You coming? Come on. The balance to get back to the gate and the balance to get over here for rest are neutral. So that means if I keep resting him over here, he doesn't really lean too bad in the arena at all. But if I'm not conscious of taking him over there and resting him or getting on and off him over there, well, mainly off him, he'll get a bad habit of leaning towards this gate. I hope you enjoyed today's show, mate.